That was crazy. When you pulled the chair back, the squeaks are the da da da. Hey, yeah. Do you know who that is sitting over there by the A? Loyal Patterson. Oh, we get the gas. Okay.
Are we live?
No? Oh, yeah?
All right.
Well, that may have been what my notification was. Yeah.
All right. Yep, we're good. All right, go.
We have one watching,
Start
and it's
it.
me.
All right. And a very good evening to you all, wherever you may be watching from. And welcome to some girls volleyball here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. We are on a little bit early as the JV game started earlier than we thought it would. But we're here now about 20 minutes before our scheduled start time, and we're just about ready to go here. Both teams have finished their warm-ups as Collinsville are set to take on Belleville East. We'll go ahead and give you a real quick rundown of the starters for each team and a little bit about each team. For Belleville East, they come in at 13-3, I think. They have a couple of games that do not have reported scores on Max Preps, but I think they're 13-3, 2-3 in conference. I do know for a fact that they're coached by Abby Hanger. Collinsville come in at 10-2, and are coached by Katie Cease. We're going to go ahead and take a break for the playing of the national anthem. We'll be back for some action here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for this matchup between Collinsville and Belleville East. We're going to go ahead and give you all the starting lineups now for both teams. I don't think we introduced ourselves. My name is Zach Roseman. I'm joined by the younger brother Josh on the other microphone. Say hi, Josh.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So, starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Belleville East Lancers. Your right side hitter is a sophomore, Olivia Kraus. One of your outsides is another sophomore, Paige Hill. Your defensive specialist is number 1, Abby Monroe. Your libero is Addie Kramkowski. So 4 sophomores and 3 juniors in the lineup for Belleville East. Your 2 middles are Julia Morrow and Reese Erkman. And your setter is Addison Warner. Mentioned before we went to break, Belleville East are coached by Abby Hanger. For Collinsville, at an outside is Avery Johnson, the sophomore, leader of the team in kills. At middle, one of your middles is number 22, Talisha Gilmore. Your right side is Olivia Skirtich, another senior. Your other outside is number 14, Lily Johnson. Your other middle blocker is Carson Mode, another senior. Your setter is another senior, Alyssa Huckleberry. And your libero is Aubrey Johnson. Collinsville, of course, are coached by Katie Cease. I can tell you that the JV team, Coach Brenna Swartz and the JV Kahawks, lost in 2, but they showed some good fight, at least in the second set, Josh. So
25-18, correct? Or
somewhere in that neighborhood. We had some slight technical difficulties getting on, which explains why we're on, well, early compared to when we were supposed to be on, but later than we would have liked to have been.
For the time of the game starting.
Yeah, for when the game wound up starting. Anyway, hopefully that made sense. Belleville East are out there in the navy blue tops, navy blue shorts with white numbers and lettering and the Belleville East Shield logo, I think, over the shoulder. They have the word East across the top on the back, and the libero is in
pink. With white sleeves.
Yeah, I was like, is that pink?
Yeah.
With white sleeves.
It's like magenta almost.
Yeah. And Collinsville are in the traditional home white with purple lettering and numbers. And their libero, Aubrey Johnson, is in the purple with the white lettering. We're about ready to go here. Southwestern Conference Volleyball coming up here for you as we're going to get underway at right about 5:46. Both teams are
good 15 minutes early.
Yeah, 15 minutes earlier than we expected, but the JV game started at 4:30, and we got here at 5, and they were already done with the first set. So miscommunication on our part, but we got here in time, and we're happy to bring it to you. Decent crowd on hand here.
Probably the biggest one we've seen all year for games we've been to.
For the volleyball games we've been to, yep. Belleville East, I'm assuming, brought a decent number of fans.
There's quite a few down there, and there's a decent amount of Collinsville fans here as well.
Got the soccer game going on as well over at Kahok Stadium as they're playing Belleville West. Todd Duke and Brett Borm on the commentary for that one, as that'll be the debut of the new Huddle TV. Well, not new to us, not new.
Will no longer be on the Kahok Sports Network.
YouTube channel starting next year. Yeah. This is just a test run to get us and you all used to it, but this is not going anywhere. This format will stay the same. Collinsville will put the ball in play to start, and it will be Alyssa Huckleberry to get things going. And her serve goes middle center, and
it's a kill, an ace.
Yeah, nice job there from Alyssa. The Lancer libero, Kramkowski, made a dive for it, but was unable to get a hold of it, so that's an ace for Alyssa, and she'll go back to serve again. Does so again, and that one did not quite get over the net, and so after a service error, it will be the Lancers' first point, as they will rotate immediately in Julia Morrow, one of their middles, as number 12, that is Erkman, goes back to serve. Picked up by Avery Johnson and setting up now for Lily. Her attempted kill is over. And the response from the Lancers is off of the arm of Avery Johnson, and a kill there for, I believe that was
21?
21?
Yeah.
That would be Olivia Kraus. We'll give her credit for it. And back to serve once again is Erkman. She does so, goes right to Avery Johnson, but it's picked up by her. Setting it up now for Skirtich, and her kill is just
inside.
Oh, just inside. So it was a point. Didn't see this.
Oh no, they gave it to Belleville.
Yeah, they called it. I guess they called it out. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was close, but Was a little confused there, but the serve is picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Set up for Johnson again, and that hit the wire, which is not allowed. And that quickly gives Belleville East a 4-1 lead.
See a little bit of a Collinsville student section forming, but not the biggest one we've seen all year for volleyball.
Erkman continues her service run. That one's picked up by Avery Johnson. Huckleberry will set it up for Avery, and another attack here for Collinsville.
A little bit of a timing issue there. And
Yeah,
didn't time it right. And
yeah, Coach Katie Cease instructing the girls. A bit of a not the best start we've seen from the girls so far this year. As another kill serve from Erkman just is deflected away by Johnson. That's an ace for her, and that quickly gives Belleville East a 6-1 lead. And Erkman's long service run is continuing here.
They scored a lot more than I thought really quickly.
Yep, volleyball can go pretty quick. Set up there for Avery Johnson, and it's picked up there by the Belleville East middle hitter Morrow. And the kill is in. Nice job there from Paige Hill. It was in. It caught the corner.
Okay.
I promise. Anyway, the run continues as Collinsville will sub in a defensive specialist, and that is Griffin Guchar. Serve once again from Erkman, picked up by Johnson, and set up for Lily Johnson. Belleville East able to recover well.
Kind of a knuckleball.
Yep. And Huckleberry with the attack or that's just a dig, isn't it? Ooh. Nice tap over there from Johnson, sliding over his Hill, and Aubrey picks it up, but we have a net violation on Collinsville, it looks like, and that'll be another point for Belleville East. And Coach Katie Cease will go ahead and take a timeout. We'll take one right along with you. Be back in just about a minute here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Another ace for Erkman makes it 9-1 as we're coming back, and I wouldn't think that would have been what Coach Cease would have wanted after that timeout.
Yeah, no, it's
a rough start.
Yeah, it's not what you, and that's
another ace.
Yeah, just miscommunications. You got it.
And sometimes it's just a good serve.
it was a good serve, but it was definitely reachable. And I don't play volleyball. But
it's a good service run. Up to 10 points now, and try and make it more. Collinsville are able to set that one up as Gilmore taps it over, but it's picked up there by Kraus. And a kill there from Hill again, 3.
Yeah.
All right, that's her second.
Another point for that service run.
And the service run is up to 11 as Collinsville will re-enter Avery Johnson. She'll take the place of Griffin Guchar. Erkman back to serve again. And it is picked up by Aubrey Johnson, getting it now to Huckleberry. Lily Johnson will just tap it over. And Belleville will set it back up for Hill. And nice dig there from Avery, set up by Huckleberry, but
another net violation, I believe.
Nope. Double hit.
Oh, double hit.
Another error there from Collinsville, and
service run up to 12 now, the entire period.
Yep, 12-1 as number 12, Reese Erkman, goes back to serve once again. Serve is picked up by Aubrey Johnson and gets it to Avery, and Skirtish will tap it over now, but Belleville East pick it up well. Set up here for Kraus on the right side, and nice job there getting it blocked, but that does not work, and it will be another point for Collinsville, as we will see Zoe Hall, or for Belleville East, excuse me, as Zoe Hall re-enters. She'll take the place of Huckleberry. And Aubrey Johnson able to pick that up. Hall sets it up, and that is blocked by Morrow. And that quickly makes it 14-1. And Coach Cease will take another timeout. We'll be back in just a bit here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is #1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
We are back once again. Erkman attempting to continue her service run. And a kill there by Kraus. Her second, and that makes it 15-1. Erkman will look to continue her service run. And that one's picked up by Lilly, set up by Hall for Gilmore, tapped over, but Eastar able to get to it. Set it for Hill, and she taps it over the Collinsville block. Hall will set it up for Lily Johnson, and she serves it into the net, or attacks it into the net, and that is another point for Belleville East, as that is
no, I'm not.
28. That is Akaya McMorris, the freshman.
I was like, I have no idea who that is.
Well, that's what the roster's for. Making her first appearance in a game that we've done, but she is listed on the roster as Erkman commits a service error, and finally, Collinsville will get another point.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they're able to fight back, and it will be McMorris who goes back to serve. As Belleville East will make some rotations, as Avery Gansauer, listed as a libero, but not playing libero today, will slide in and play the back row. And the serve from McMorris is a pretty good one. Belleville East fighting for it, and Hill spikes it over, but it's picked up by Johnson, and Skirtish will tap it over. And another attempted kill from Hill.
Ooh.
Nice dig there from McMorris, picked up by Avery Johnson, and Skirtish will get it over, and Belleville East will put over basically a free ball. Setting up now for Johnson. That one is off the block. Nice dig there from the libero Kramkowski. And the rally continues here. It'll be a free ball for Hall as she sends it over back to Belleville East. Setting it up again for Hill, and that one is blocked by Gilmore. That one was fun.
Yeah, there we go. That's some exciting volleyball.
Yeah. Nice job there by Talisha getting over to get the block, and McMorris will continue the service run. You know,
definitely helps being 6'1", so.
Yeah, well, being tall helps with that sort of thing in volleyball.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works. Anyway, another serve from McMorris is an ace. Nice job there from Zakaya. And Collinsville
Start to see some momentum building.
They're starting to get some momentum back, but still a ways to go. Still down 12 points, but we'll see what the Kahawks are able to do here. Another serve from McMorris, and that one is too strong, and so that will be a point for Belleville East. And it will be the right side hitter, Olivia Kraus, who go back to serve.
Yep.
She does so. Picked up by Aubrey Johnson. Hall will get to it, and Gilmore just kind of has to push it over on the free ball, but is able to do so successfully. Another nice dig from McMorris, and That's a volleyball play. That's a basketball play here on the volleyball court from Talisha. She picks up her first kill.
Looked like a layup.
Yeah, just kind of went up there and met the East player at the top, and that's another point for Collinsville. Carson Mode in to replace her, another basketball player, as Aubrey Johnson goes back to serve. She does so. Picked up by Gansauer and set up for Hill, but that's an attack error, and it will be another point for Collinsville, making it 17-6.
Yeah.
So, Kahok showing some fight back. I mean, it's, for Belleville at least to get out to the start they have, it's a little tough to deal with that, but...
I mean, East have some... East are decent. I mean,
they're
pretty good.
Yeah, they've gotten off to a good start. As that one's
They're
blocked.
like, what are they this year? Like 10-3 or 13-3?
Yep, 13-3 as we have some sort of violation
And
on Belleville East. So
10-2, correct? Or something like that? Yeah.
Yep. Serve there from Johnson, picked up by Kramkowski, and set middle there, and kind of whiffing on it there was Morrow, and so that'll be another point for Collinsville. 8 serving 17. Aubrey Johnson back to serve. And picked up there by Gansauer, setting it up for Hill again, and nice cross-court spike, but a good pickup there from Johnson. Back set for Skirtich, but Belleville East are able to get to it. And that one isn't quite struck flushly. That one's pretty good there from Avery Johnson, and that's a kill for the sophomore. That makes it 17-9. And so it will be Johnson to serve once again. And that one's picked up there by Gansauer and set up for Hill, and that one will go through the block of Mode. And so Paige Hill is a pretty impressive outside, picks up her third kill.
Yeah.
She will rotate out and be replaced by Trinity Gibbs, who will go back to serve. Also in for the Lancers is the freshman Kieran Paget, who had the winning service point in the Lancers' last win, which was last night, as they defeated crosstown rival Althoff, as Avery Johnson's attempted kill goes a bit long, and that will make it 19-9. Gibbs will go back to serve once again. She does so. Picked up there by McMorris for Hall. Working it back to Johnson now, and that goes through the block, but Belleville East are able to pick up on it. Nice dig there from Aubrey. Set up over now for Avery by Hall, and that is another kill for Avery. Number 2 on the night for her.
Yeah.
And after all, this is a 9-4, 9-5 run.
Yeah, I think 9-4.
Because it got up to, it was 15-1, so
Yeah.
some solid fight back from the Kahawks as Carly Altenberger will come in to serve. Also see Kendra Ledbetter making
That's
it.
not Carly Alton. Or yeah, it is.
I was like, that's who number 2 is on my roster. And you're the one that actually goes to school with these students, so it's possible that that could be somebody else, but I don't know who else it would be. Attempted kill from Mode at any rate. Belleville East able to pick it up, and a kill there from Paget. But Altberger picks it up, and Ledbetter with the attempted left-handed kill. And that one will stay over as McMorris will reset it back to the Lancers. Attempting to work middle there, and a nice kill from Morrow. And that makes it 20-10. McMorris will go track down the ball as it made its way into the kind of alcoves here in the corners at Fletcher Gym. And it will be the Lancer libero, Addie Kramkowski, who goes back to serve. She does so, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. And Altberger will set it up for Avery Johnson. But Belleville East are able to recover, and a free ball there put over by Paget. And set up for Mode, and that is actually got through the block, so kill there for Carson. And that makes it 20-11 as Avery Johnson goes back to serve. And that one was not the cleanest pickup, and that'll be a service point there for Johnson. I'm not going to call it an ace because 2 people were able to get to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what like the official definition is.
You'd know more than I would.
But I don't know, I'm going to go if it only...
Volleyball is complicated. There's a lot that goes on in volleyball.
Like it's a lot more than bump set spike.
Yeah.
I encourage you all to watch as service error there from Johnson makes it 21-12.
Especially watching like very high level volleyball. Volleyball is a very cool sport.
Yes. Anyway, Addison Werner back in, and she'll go back to serve for the Lancers. But yeah. Yeah, volleyball is a pretty cool sport. Dig there from Johnson, but it goes into the net. And it'll be another point for Belleville East. Guess we could technically call that an ace for Werner. And that makes it 22-12. Serve there, picked up by McMorris. And she'll get it right back. The kill is too strong. That's another point for Belleville East. Coach Cease will give the freshman some instructions. She's looked pretty good out there.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah. Name to watch for.
Defensively and offensively.
Mm-hmm. Dig there from Johnson, picked up by Altenberger, and Mode had to do some work to attempt to get a kill on it, but unable to get it over the net.
It is.
And that will make it set point for the Lancers, up 24-12. Warner back to serve once again. And that one took a lot of
knuckleball.
A lot of knuckle on that one. Attempted kill from McMorris is picked up by Gibbs. And another block there from McMorris, but doesn't result in a point as Collins will able to reset it here. Ledbetter will just launch it over, but that is too strong, and that will be your first set result. So, after a big run from the Lancers to start things off, the Kahawks showed a little bit of fight back, but weren't able to claw back the deficit. 25-12 in our first set. Be back here in just a couple minutes for our second set of action here on the Kahawk Broadcast Club Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahawk Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates, and to book them for your special event, or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. sonically pleasing. 618-401-0052.
We welcome you back, and we're ready to get started here with set number 2. Set number 1 went 25-12 in favor of the visiting Belleville East Lancers. We'll see if the Kahawks can force a third one here. Will be the Lancers to start, as Abby Monroe will start things off. Also a softball player for Belleville East. A few names I've recognized for the Belleville East, as Coach Cease has a question for the chair referee. Or, I don't know, as we'll have a... We're going to reconvene here for a second about something.
Oh, I think Audrey Johnson had something with her contact or something. Not sure exactly what happened, but she was rubbing her eye.
I don't know if she wears glasses normally, but she's got somebody looking at it.
Her sister.
Oh, it's all stuff. When you have that many Johnsons, it's hard to tell who's all related to who. Anyway, Aubrey picks it up, and an attempted kill there from Lily, who is not related to Aubrey and Avery.
No.
As nice dig there from Aubrey, picked up by Huckleberry, and Aubrey will just push it over. Set up there for Hill, and that one is blocked by Gilmore. Nice job there from Talisha, picks up her second block, and the Kahawks have a 1-0 lead, just as they did in the first set.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Zakiah McMorris who will start things off in the service department for the Kahawks. And the freshman serve picked up there by Belleville East. Set up for Hill, and that was deflected by Johnson. Huckleberry unable to get a great touch on it either. And that is the 4th kill for the sophomore, who's been pretty impressive. And here comes Reese Erkman, who ripped off about 15 points in a row back in the first set. So we'll see if the Kahawks are a little more used to her now. Set up for Gilmore on the right side, and she kind of misplays that one, and it'll be a point for the Lancers, and Erkman will go back to see if she can't replicate what she did in the first set. Erkman with the serve, picked up by Avery Johnson and set back to her, and that's an impressive kill there from the sophomore, her 3rd of the night by our unofficial statistics.
There's 3 Johns. So there's Avery, Aubrey, and then Addie, who graduated last year. I don't think she played volleyball.
No, Addie.
Oh, no, she did, yeah.
I was like, I think all 3 of them played. And I think Lily is related to Destiny, who graduated, as we have a block there from Mode. To Destiny, who graduated in 2020, was a state qualifier in golf and also a pretty good soccer player. Went on to play soccer at McKendree, and I think with the extra year of COVID eligibility, she still has one more season of soccer for McKendree, who, from what I've seen, are pretty good this year. But that aside is done and over with. Going to reset it back for Hill, but it'll be a free ball for Aubrey. And setting it up in the middle for Mode, and she picks up the kill there.
Definitely some more momentum coming in the second set for Collinsville. I mean, East are still doing pretty well, but you can see they've struggled a little bit with some communication things, and Collinsville done a lot better to this set. So
yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
But still early.
Yeah, only up by 2.
Yeah, but still only 6 points in. Serve from Aubrey Johnson is picked up by the Lancers, working it back for Hill, and that one will result in a kill, give her 5 on the night. Yeah. And that gets the Lancers back to within 1 as Olivia Kraus goes back to serve. A lot of youth on this Lancer team.
Yes.
Only 1, 2, 3 seniors, as
that's out.
The serve goes out. Be a point for Collinsville, who will rotate Skurdich and Hall back in as Belleville East rotate in Rory Jacobs.
Is that the first action we've seen of her?
That I've noticed.
Yeah.
It's possible she could have rotated in earlier, but I have not noticed her. Zoe Hall back to serve for the Kahawks. Student section actually continuing to grow as the...
I mean, half of it, I believe, is the freshman volleyball team, but hey, it still counts.
Yep. Kill there from Morrow, I believe. That's her second. And trading 1 point and 2 point leads for Collinsville. Gibbs and Paget rotating in for the Lancers. It will be Gibbs who will go back to serve. She does so, picked up by Aubrey Johnson. And Hall will set it up for Skurdich, and nice job. Nice soft touch to get it over the block and down. And that gives Collinsville a 6-4 lead. Avery Johnson back to serve. She does so, and that gave Konkrowski a lot of issues, and so Avery will pick up her first ace.
She's the biggest lead Collinsville's had
For the
entire game.
Yep. Up 3 points now here in the second set. See if they can get it to grow at all, and that was deflected, says the referee. So another point there for Collinsville.
Extend that lead to 4.
Yep. Now Avery going to try and continue the service run here. And she does so again, going right at Kramkowski, and she hasn't been able to figure it out yet. And that makes it 9-4 in favor of Collinsville. Johnson back to serve once again. And that one's picked up by Gibbs, set up by Jacobs for Paget. Kahawk's able to pick it up cleanly, set up for Skurdich, and kind of lollipops that one over. Back set there for Warner. And
see Eliana Cerna get hit in the face at the scores table. She seems to be all right.
I was wondering what that reaction was, but kill there for Addison Warner makes it 9-5. Snaps the service run, and libero Kramkowski will go back to serve. Picked up by the opposite libero, Johnson. McMorris gets it over, set it for Paget, and that is too strong. Point for Collinsville, and that makes it 10-5.
Collinsville definitely seems to have started to figure things out here in the second set. Definitely some more communication throughout the entire team, and definitely some more energy.
Yep. As the serve from Mode goes a bit long, it's getting, with East jumping out to the start that they did, it's
a little bit of a mood killer for sure.
Yeah, but they showed some fight back, and they've translated that into a pretty good start here in our second set. McMorris will get it to Hall, and she'll just push it over. Set back up for, that is Kraus, and she picks up her third kill. That makes it 10-7 as Addison Warner goes back to serve for Belleville East. Coach Hanger giving some instructions, former coach at Collinsville. Coached here for 4 years, I believe. As the attempted kill from McMorris goes into the net, it'll be a point for the Lancers. So, I'm sure they've played each other enough now that it's probably not too weird.
Yeah.
But, it still is something. As that is tapped over by Hall. East will set it up for Paget, and she whiffed on that one. Be another point for Collinsville. The 11 serving 8 as somebody's got it was like we have a rotation here as Lily Johnson and Alyssa Huckleberry will rotate back in. which tells me that it will be Huckleberry to go back to serve, and it will be. Serve from the senior setter, picked up by Kramkowski, set up by Jacobs, and got through the block there.
Kind of rolled around her hand and fell down.
Yep. And Erkman, who's done some fantastic work behind the service line, picks up a kill. Belleville East will bring in Monroe. Yes, one.
Not sure.
Yep, one. So we'll go back to serve. That one's picked up by Johnson, set up by Huckleberry for McMorris. And a nice dig back there from Monroe, at least to start, but it does result in a point for the Kahawks, and that makes it 12-9. And McMorris will go back to serve.
That hit by McMorris had some gas behind it. That thing was moving.
Yeah, she's got some pretty good velocity on it. It's
she's decently tall. She's pretty athletic,
and again,
and a freshman.
Yeah, so she'll be a piece to use for the next 4 years. As that is a lift.
Yeah.
And that will be a point for Collinsville. You are not allowed to do that in volleyball. You have to
let it bounce off your hand.
You cannot just half catch it and then push it back up into the air. As McMorris serves that one into the net, it'll be a point for Belleville East. Make it 13-10. As a bit of a longer huddle, and Erkman will go back to serve. Gronkowski rotates out for Belleville East. That one's picked up by Avery Johnson, set up by Huckleberry for Talisha, and it was a little bit behind her.
Yeah, and I think she thought she was going to go up to get it, but Huckleberry went up and got it, and then she had to react so she could hit it over.
And got it a bit too strong, and so that'll be a point for East. Erkman back to serve again, as that one
is off the rafter.
Yep, hit the rafters, and that is a live ball. One of the quirks about playing volleyball here in Fletcher Gym, and indeed in most gyms.
It's a great venue.
Yeah, great venue, but the ceilings are a little lower than ideal, as there's an ace there from
And you got
Erkman.
the big jumbotron, I guess you could call it.
The hanging scoreboard. So if you get something high up in the air, there's a decent amount of stuff for it to.
I mean, it's only probably about 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it's
so.
For a venue this size, it's the ceilings are relatively low. As Gilmore taps it over, set up for Hill. And they're
off the rafter again.
It hit it again. And that's another point for Belleville East. And they gain the lead at 14-13, which is their first.
Yeah, first they've led in this set.
Coach Cecil will take a timeout. We'll take one right along with her. Be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast
Got questions
Club
about Medicare?
Network.
If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans. And he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com.
Welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for this second set of volleyball between Belleville East and Collinsville.
14-13. Erkman continuing her very strong service work. Got her at an unofficial 4 aces. That one's picked up by Johnson and just kind of tapped over by Huckleberry, but
lift?
No.
Whatever this means.
I don't know.
I don't know hand signals in volleyball.
Some of them I know, some of them I don't, but whatever it wasn't something you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that's another ace for Erkman. Give her 5 on the night. This is I've had the opportunity to see see the Kahawks play a couple times, and I've seen a couple other area volleyball teams here, including some very good ones.
Yes.
I don't know that I've seen someone have as dominant of a run. Of course, now that I say that, she commits a service error. As dominant of a service run as we've seen from Erkman.
And she had a 14-point.
And that was, 6 or 7. So,
yeah. She can serve the ball, that's for sure.
She can really serve. Anyway, Johnson back to serve for Collinsville. Setting it up for Hill, and that's a kill for her. Give her 7.
Kind of mush straight down. Not much time for either Avery or Alyssa to do anything.
And Erkman is a junior, so it's a young group for Belleville East. So
they have what, like 4 seniors or?
3, I believe, and none of them were in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
So that is in. Nice job there from Avery. She picks up her 4th kill tonight.
She's just a sophomore, and she's pretty good.
But yeah, Belleville, Collinsville starting lineup was 5 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore.
Yeah.
Belleville East is 4 sophomores and 3 juniors. So a lot of youth, but a lot of talent, as evidenced by their start. There are only 3 losses, all 3 in conference, to Belleville West, Edwardsville, and O'Fallon, as that kill goes out of bounds on the sideline from Hill.
Bring Collinsville back within 1.
Zoe Hall looking to pick up point number 17 for Collinsville is number 17. Senior setter. And she serves that one over, picked up by Monroe. And attempted tap over there from Jacobs. And that one is blocked, but a nice dig there from the Lancer player. I think that was Jacobs. And Skirtich will just tap it over. Belleville East continuing on, setting it up there for, that was Warner. And she picks up the kill. That's 2 for her. That makes it 18-16 in favor of Belleville East as Gibbs and Paget rotate in. So that's that's one thing of note. Paige Hill, an outside hitter, they do not have her serve, which is not unheard of as Gibbs comes in to replace her and picks up an ace. And that makes it 19-16 as Gilmore
And
Gutjahr come in. Talisha senior and Griffin is
a sophomore.
Sophomore? I thought she was.
No, she's a junior.
Yeah, it's like I thought she was a junior this year. As that serve is picked up by Avery, set up by Hall for Johnson. She picks up kill number 5 for her on the night.
She's leading Kahawks in kills, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes it 19-17. Stats are unofficial.
Yes.
We're
very,
very unofficial. We're doing what we can to keep track up here to give you all something to work with.
Especially in volleyball, we struggle a little bit.
Yep. As serve there from Avery goes long, but well, we're doing the best we can. And all in all, it's
better than nothing.
Better than nothing, right? Kramkowski will go back to serve for the Lancers, up 20-17, looking to ice things here at Fletcher Gym. Kahawks looking to fight on and maybe force a 3rd set. As the attempted kill there from Warner, Gutjahr will get it to Hall, and she'll just push it over and set up for Warner again, and that is in. Kahawk fans don't love it, but
it was not in.
It looked into me. That's what the corner referee's going to stay with. Fans don't love it.
It was not in, but hey, call happened.
It looked into me, but the referees are going to stick with their decision despite the Kahawk fans' displeasure. So
that doesn't change anything.
Yep. So
call stands. That one is out.
Yes, that one is definitively out. And so that'll be a point for Collinsville. So if you believe in that sort of thing, I guess fate, volleyball gods, however you want to describe it, kind of works its way back. And it's
a little bit of karma, I guess. I don't know.
however you want to think about it. Carson Mode back to serve for Collinsville, and
that's not going to help.
Nope. 22-18. As Belleville East will rotate Kraus back in. And
she is tall.
Yeah, most outside hitters tend to be pretty tall.
She may be taller than Talisha Gilmore.
I don't think so. And it's hard to judge that sort of thing, as that's a kill there from, is that Avery?
Yeah, I think
I missed that one, actually. Anyway, but it is a point. Make it 22-19. Aubrey back to serve, or actually no, it's
Alyssa Huckleberry.
Yeah, Huckleberry back to the top of the rotation for Collinsville. Now it's picked up by Gibbs, set up by Jacobs for Paget, and that one is in. The freshman picks up her first kill.
Let's see,
Hill and Monroe rotate back in for East. And it'll be Monroe who goes back to serve. Monroe is also a basketball player, so multi-sport athlete, which is always kind of fun, as Morris hit it hard, but a little too hard.
Set point for East.
Match point.
Or match point,
yep.
yeah.
Set and match point. 24-19. We'll see if the Kahawks are able to fight on and extend it.
Need 7.
Yep. And that is out, and that's a start.
There's one.
There's one, and now you're on serve.
Yes.
It'll be McMorris to serve for the Kahawks.
Just get it over.
Well, then you got to defend.
Well, yeah.
But getting it over is the first part, and
they did that.
She does that. Set up middle, and an attack error there.
It's nowhere near
from
where
Kraus.
It needs to be.
Nope. That one was
outside of the basketball sideline.
Yep. It was a shank.
Yeah.
But she's has done better and certainly will do better in the future. They're going to set it up for Hill. That one is tipped in the block, picked up by Aubrey, set up for Avery, and that one is kept alive.
Little fumble there, but.
Yep. And they'll set it up for Gilmore, and that is in. Kill for Talisha.
Yeah, a little bit of energy coming out of Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium right now.
Yeah, a little bit of noise. 24-22. Kahawks fighting on, and Coach Hanger will take a timeout.
Collinsville get one more, then the Lancers need at least 2 more.
Yeah. Well, no, it's win by 2. Anyway, we'll go ahead and keep it here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, math is hard.
Yep, sometimes. Oh, happens to the best of us, I promise. Anyway, so next action for both teams. Collinsville will be in action next. Will be in action next on. We'll revisit that in a moment. Anyway, timeout is over. McMorris back to serve once again for Collinsville. And she does so, picked up there by Belleville East, and it'll be a free ball as Hill puts it over, picked up by McMorris. Huckleberry will set it up for Johnson, and that's picked up nicely by Warner. Set up for Hill, and that is down. And Gilmore blocks that one again. Belleville East fighting on, and Johnson had to put in some effort. Set up for Avery. That was deflected and picked up again by Monroe. Working it over to Hill. And nice job going cross court there. Picks up 8. Number 8 in terms of kills, and that will wrap it up here. So
good fight for the Kahawks.
Yeah, good fight back from the Kahawks after the start that they had. But they do drop this one tonight, 25-12, 25-22. Belleville East will improve to an unofficial 14-3. Collinsville will fall to 10-11-2. Next action for the Kahawks will be, give me just a moment here.
Hold on. East St. Louis.
I feel like there's another game before that, though. Let me verify that real quick. And it will be... Hold on. September 30th, so...
Not East St. Louis.
Monday, as they travel over to St. Louis to take on Live for Life, but then they will be back in action here at Fletcher Gym on next Tuesday, October 1st, as they will take on East St. Louis. Belleville East are next in action. Also next Monday, unless they're in a tournament this weekend, which I don't think they are. Also next Monday as they travel to Granite City to take on the Warriors. I'd like to thank you all for watching. It's been fun getting to broadcast for you all. This is it for us this week. Our next broadcast is sometime next week. Don't remember exactly when, but we'll go ahead and check the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page for updates as to when that'll be. But until then, everybody stay safe out there. Enjoy the weather. It's
pretty nice.
Pretty nice today, but looks like it probably won't be tomorrow. But we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.